Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Radiant Tale, continuing Zephora's after story, and hopefully everything is fine, because I started using my new computer and everything, got the settings for my capture card set up for the last time, and now this time when I open it, everything's different. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know anymore, like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I was also fighting with it, because, like, my other computer, as long as you left the capture card connected to the computer, if you left for 2 days, came back, whatever, turned it on, it was when you opened up my recording software, it connected, everything was fine. This one, I left for like an hour to go eat something because I was hungry, and I came back and I got to turn my software off and on and off, and I'm like, what the fuck? Unplug, reload. I'm like, okay, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, that's annoying. I'm pretty sure it's my capture card, not my computer itself, but now the settings are different. They're what they originally were, but when I first plugged my capture card in, it had difference, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's because of my computer, so I'm like, I'm just going to leave the, capture resolution to what it defaulted to, and now it's changed, and I'm like, whatever, I don't know. I don't know. So, who the hell knows? Whatever. As long as shit records and everything sounds fine and looks okay, it doesn't matter, but, good lord. Anyway, yeah, we were in chapter 2, we had just talked to Jinia, so. Sometime later, I rejoined Zephora in the mansion. I filled him in on the schedule as we walked down the hall. Here, you'll need these for your next task. I handed over the documents compiled by his subordinates. Is this about replacing the communal kiln? And considering its age, I'm not surprised it's starting to fall apart. We need to do something about it before it causes an accident. True. And by the way, how much time is left before the next meeting? About an hour. I left the meeting room open. You're going to read the documents first, right? I'll go make some tea so you can head on in. How did you know? Huh? Know what? What I'm gonna do. With how much time we spend together, I can pretty much guess. Like, I assumed you'd spend the remaining hour checking all the documents. And didn't you just get back home? I figured you'd be thirsty. Oh. Did I get it right? A passing grade, I'd say. Teasing me. I wish you could have said, a perfect score, with a big smile. I'll take it into consideration. I'll do my best to get that perfect score. How about you try to be a little proactive about my feelings, too? For example, giving me what I asked for. What else? He's like, I do. Every night. He's just struggling so hard. I like the fact that she won't let it go, though. Even though she knows that he does it every night. But it's like, it's different. I need you to say it to my face. We've got to break those little walls down. And it's like, but he's struggling to do it. It's so sweet. Don't pretend you can't hear me. Sorry, my ears have failed me all of a sudden. What did you say? Oh, come on! Well, he didn't tell me what I wanted to hear. It was fun joking around with him. Now, what tea should I brew? Maybe I should add cardamom into it for that invigorating kick. He does have a meeting soon. Or maybe a lemon balm tea. He liked it so much last time he asked for more. Visions of tea blends danced in my head. Zephora halted his steps and stared at me. What's the matter? I stopped as well, holding his gaze. Does he finally feel like expressing his love now that I mentioned it? That would be wonderful. Stay still. Do we get a CG right off the bat? I did as he asked, and he extended a hand toward my head. Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, CG, yeah. His long fingers brushed my hair. Oh, he's so precious. I love him. What is this? His gentle, intimate gesture made my heart skip a beat and my cheeks warm. I've got it. I glanced up at his hand and found him holding a leaf. Oh, there was just a leaf on me. Yeah, but it's like it's not just like, grab the leaf. It's the gentle, soft, delicate way he pulled the leaf out the drawer. Like, it's oddly romantic how you're pulling a leaf out of my hair, but it's just little acts like that. He just goes above and beyond. Thanks. Have I been walking around with that thing on my head. Talk about embarrassing. I didn't leave the mansion at all today, though. How did it get there? I stared at the leaf, lost in thought. It was then that a light breeze tickled my cheeks. Hey, enough with your pranks. Sephora spoke reproachfully in the direction of the breeze. It was the spirits are like, if I put a leaf in her hair, maybe he'll fucking touch her. You think? Yeah, let's try. They're pranking me to get you to fucking admit you love me, damn it. Oh, was it a spirit's doing? Yeah, they were playing with the leaf up there. And don't worry, I'm the only one who saw you looking so silly with a leaf on your head. That's still embarrassing in its own way. Wind spirits really like playing tricks on people, huh? They sometimes moved my notebook or made steam from the tea kettle flow my way. All trivial things, but I had experienced them so many times since I came to Kultura. And they seriously don't listen. I'm at a loss. He huffed a sigh. I know you like her, but can you choose something that suits her more? He confronted the dancing wind. If you're disappointed, how about you go get a better accessory for her? The gust whooshed by in an instant, making me wonder if they'd taken him up on his provocation. Oh, look at the little flowers. The spirit blew back in moments later. Yellow flowers were carried in along with it. The little blossoms fluttered through the air. It struck me as a boastful little display. Oh, not bad. This is much better than that leaf. What a pretty flower. And these are buttercup oxalis? And they mean brilliant heart and joy in flower language. I see you, spirit. Petite, vibrant yellow flowers. Due to how quickly they spread, they can be spotted almost everywhere. In flower language, they mean together with you, brilliant heart, and so on. You know a lot about flower language. Yeah, my mother loved it. And when I make sachets, sometimes I'll change out the flowers inside depending on their meaning. Hold on. Zephora knows flower language. That means the flowers in my room must have some sort of meaning as well. I've got to look it up later. Should I study up on it too? His way of expressing love was indirect and hard to grasp, so I thought I'd learn more to understand him. I mean, I love that. Your love language is so indirect and confusing. He does all these little things, but it's like she notices some of them, but there's probably other things she doesn't notice because my notebook got moved. Whatever, must have. And it's like, no, I positioned it just perfectly to make it ergonomical for you to write in. Like, you're like, who the fuck would know that? Shit like that. I'm not saying he did that, but I'm just saying there'd be shit like that. You're like, the hell? Learning about the language of flowers would be a great first step. I mean, like, the pancake thing, you kind of figured out. But, like, there's certain things that you're like, him taking you to a romantic dinner, you don't remember why. Seriously? He remembered your anniversary and you didn't? That's kind of cute. But, like, you had to know, you're like, okay, he's just saying he wants to eat here, but it's a kind of little romantic thing, so sure, okay. But, like, not knowing, you're like, the flowers, it was like, oh, hey, how did these get here? You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't think about it. You're like, oh, someone replaced the flowers. Okay, maybe it was, like, if you have a maid or something clean your room or something. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't think that he snuck in and fucking replaced the flowers. Because he didn't tell you. You know what I mean? I'll lend you my mother's flower language dictionary then. Really? Thank you. Sure. Better than letting it gather dust. He plucked a flower from the air as he said that. Oh. Then he brushed back a lock of my hair and tucked the yellow blossom behind my ear. See, like this, we're here in the present while you're doing that. We know you're being sweet and romantic now. See? That's all I'm saying. His fingertips felt ticklish. I couldn't help but giggle. Reminds me of when he gave me that barrette. I guess we should have known that he was going to be indirect and incomprehensible then, because he was like, yeah, like, someone gave it to me, like, whatever, not, I picked it out specifically for you. And, like, oh, like, whatever. He put it on me himself, saying he only gave it to me so my hair wouldn't get in the way when I cleaned. That barrette had broken, but I received a necklace in exchange. I still cherished it to this day. Aww. I hope you kept the barrette still, though. It was a pretty little decoration. There we go. Looks nice. Zephora withdrew his hand once he'd nestled the flower in my hair. Thanks for the beautiful flower, guys. Invisible as they might be, I thanked the wind spirits. A gust lifted the ends of my hair in answer. They must have been happy with the compliment. Oh, right. Let me give you this as thank you. I remembered I had a piece of candy in my pocket. Here you go. I peeled off the wrapping paper and put the candy on my palm. Sure enough, the little golden ball was carried away by the wind and out the window. Are they gone? I guess, yeah. Good grief, they're such spontaneous little things. They really are. They came when they pleased, did as they liked, and left when they felt like it. Wind spirits are so carefree. Thanks for putting the flower on me. I don't have a mirror, so I'm not sure how it looks. What do you think? It looks pretty. Obviously, I noticed that he dodged a direct compliment yet again. What, you mean this flower? I feigned innocence and asked him point blank, to which he averted his gaze. Oh, our awkward little marshmallow. Usually the marshmallows, once you turn them from, you get rid of the crusty exterior and you get to the goo on the inside, they are literally just the gooeyest, most romantic things. But he is so awkward still. It's kind of adorable. I kind of like it. It's a little refreshing. Frustrating as hell. But I love it still, you know? I continued to stare at him, urging him to respond. In the end, he relented. More than just the flower. What a disappointment. With all the words out there in the world, I'm sure you can think of a few more. You get what I mean, so what's the problem? There are too many problems to count. He did respond when I glared at him, so I suppose there's been a slight improvement. Still, it would take a while before I got to hear the words I craved most. I sighed as I thought about the long road ahead of me. By the way, how did your meeting with Ginnia go? Oh, as for the show, everything's under control. It's just... Just what? He said he heard Aleste bring up the perfume not too long ago. Has it come up somewhere that you know of? Honestly, I was half convinced it was merely a misunderstanding on Ginnia's part. I hadn't heard a word about the Maracas perfume since I came to Cultura. And yet, the look on his face says everything. Zephora fell silent all of a sudden, his face grim. What is it, Zephora? Don't worry about it. What do you mean by that? Forget answers, he barely responded as he gave me the cold shoulder. I was even more confused now. It was as if he reverted to his past self, the man I first met. He shut me down, but he didn't deny it. That means something really did happen with the perfume. I opened my mouth, ready to press him. On second thought, I held my tongue. Even if I push him, we'll only end up fighting. At times like this, he tended to dig his heels in, refusing to concede. Our conversation would end in an argument, and I'd get nowhere. Better to give up now. All right. Though I nodded obediently, he became even more suspicious. Why, what are you thinking? Nothing in particular. Weren't you about to say something? I know you, and you don't back down easily. And don't tell me... You're not going to investigate the perfume by yourself, right? If you refused to tell me, there were still other ways for me to obtain the information. I had my own trustworthy connections. I told you not to worry about it, so there's no need for you to go digging around. You know that's basically asking for the impossible, right? If you don't let me investigate myself, then be clear with me. Tell me what happened. Do not bother with this. Just put it out of your mind completely. And forget what Ginny has said. You tell me not to do this or that, but you won't even give me an explanation. You're being unfair. And what I'm saying is, this has nothing to do with you. How can you say that? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm gonna be Mrs. Labyrinth Sentinel someday, God damn it. Absolutely has everything to do with me. Yeah. Yeah. Because, how can you say that is more... How can you say that dramatic? I don't want to say whiny, but you know what I mean. It's got a little more I'm being more dramatic than, yes, it does. We're in this together, mister. You know what I mean? Okay, good. Yes, it does. It involves me, so tell me now. No, it really doesn't. We're talking about the maracas perfume, Zephora. That alone proves I should be involved with this. When you asked me to come to Cultura, I was prepared to live the rest of my life here. I may not have been here very long, but I'm still very much a Cultura citizen. So please, let's work together to solve the problems plaguing our city. It makes me sad when you say it has nothing to do with me. Don't say that, please. His eyes wavered, but not for long. No matter what you say, I won't change my mind. You're an outsider to this case. Ugh. I'm an outsider, am I? He was being way too stubborn. This is the drama. Sadness and anger grip my heart in a vice. So you're gonna handle it all by yourself and only fill me in once everything is over, huh? Pretty sure I've told you not to shoulder everything alone. I'll share any information I have to share. But you need to share this with me if it's about the maracas perfume. Am I that unreliable to you? I'm no longer the naive girl who knew nothing of Cultura. There are things I can do for the city now. It's not about whether you're reliable. Then tell me what exactly the problem is. I don't want you getting hurt. Just fucking tell us. You just want to protect us, I'm assuming. Like, it has nothing to do... It's dangerous, and he doesn't want us to get involved and get hurt and dragged into this. You know what I mean? And that's all you have to say, dumbass. I can't. Just be a good girl and sit tight, or else things will get complicated. Are you kidding me? Why? Our argument got even more heated. All you have to do is just tell me that you don't want me to get hurt. That's it. That's all it takes. But please calm down, you two. Listen, Ronald. Stay out of our business. Two of Zephora's subordinates, who happened to be in the hallway, separated us in a hurry. Lord Zephora, you have a meeting after this. Would you like us to give you some time to cool down first? Neither of us said a word for a beat. Sorry for interrupting your meeting. Bye. And just like that, I turned my back on him and stormed off to my room. Get your own damn tea! He didn't say anything even when I left. Oh, it's already this late. I'm kind of intrigued that we don't have any, because we've gotten, I thought, with a couple of them, like, internal monologues with them. We've gotten little moments. Then I'm surprised that we don't have them with Zephora, but at the same time, not having him is more interesting because, like, you know how he feels. You know what's probably going through his mind. You know he just wants to protect us. That's why he's not telling us about the maracas perfume. You know what I mean? He doesn't want us to get involved because he doesn't want us to get hurt. He's trying to protect us. And, like... he just doesn't know how to communicate that openly to us. But also, like, because he doesn't know how to open up and communicate with us, he does these little love language things, but he doesn't say the words out. If we went into his head, then we would hear him say those things and, like, think to himself about how much he loves us and wants to protect us and doesn't want us to get hurt and blah, blah, blah. And then it would just, like, you know, then we'd be like, oh, okay, you know? You know, and she knows. But you don't know? You know what I mean? Like we know. We absolutely know he adores us. And he just wants to protect us and everything. But the fact is, the game's like, well, let's just not have internal Zephora monologues, because then he'll be telling you everything you want to hear. And even though he's not telling the main character that, you playing the main character, you as the player know what he's feeling. Exactly, because you got to read that aside. You know what I mean? But now it's like, well, it's frustrating for everyone because they won't let us into his inner monologue. And they're like, that's the point. Because we're gonna make it like torture for you as the player. Because you know, but he just won't say it, and you don't even as the player get to read his internal monologue. And get any relief from it. So it's like, we're stressing out as much as she is. It's good. It's a good tactic. Brilliant. Bravo. Oh, it's already this late. When I walked from the kitchen to the lobby, I realized how long my shadow had grown. I mean, I'm sure eventually we'll get a little internal monologue with him, but that'll be more when he's, like, ready to crack and cave, and they were like, we don't want you to hate him, so we've got to do it now. But the torture is going to drag on a little bit, I feel like. I've got to go shopping before the sun sets. Following our fight, I finished work earlier than usual. Maybe if we get kidnapped or something, then he'll have a monologue this is why I didn't tell you. You know what I mean? Now I was taking out my anger on the poor pizza dough in the kitchen. When you fight with somebody, take out all your anger on the bread or pizza dough, bake it, and eat it together to make up. It was a makeup charm the people in Cultura taught me. Makeup charm, a superstition in Cultura. After a quarrel with someone, take out your anger on bread or pizza dough. If you and the person you've argued with eat it after it's baked, you'll definitely make up. I'm not as mad now as I was before. I've run out of toppings for the pizza, though. I quickly got changed and walked to the entrance. I usually let Zephora know before I leave. When my anger had subsided, I couldn't bring myself to see him yet. I felt awkward. And he's in a meeting anyway. I decided to go out without telling him and made my way to the door. A gentle wind blew past me, making my skirt sway. I looked down to find flower petals following me. Weird, since I was indoors. Oh, are the wind spirits tagging along because they're worried about me? I'm fine, guys. Thank you, though. I spoke in the direction of the petals. We fight all the time, and we're always like this whenever we have an argument. We fight all the time. That's because he won't tell you his goddamn feelings, and he's keeping them in. Well, it's been a while since he refused to explain something to me. Whenever we fought, the issue at hand was always apparent. Not conveying things in words, meddling, and so on. It was rare for us to bicker without the core problem coming up at all. His comments sent me over the edge. But now that I've cooled off, I'm just worried about him. Zephora was probably stressing over something all by himself again. Yeah, all right. I've got to make up with him quick. Oh, but before that, I've got to make a delicious pizza. I did a vigorous fist pump to blast away my melancholy before it got worse. The wind blew again, perhaps a sign that the wind spirits were cheering me on. Pfft. Right then I heard a stifled laugh from nearby. Yeah, you should have let me know you were standing there. My apologies. It was kind of funny seeing you talk to yourself. I was mortified that someone had spotted me making some crazy gestures and giving myself a pep talk. Maybe I was talking to the spirits. I hope the two of you can make up soon. Lord Zephora tends to feel under the weather after he fights with you, Miss Spacey. I'll do my best to make peace with him. Glad to hear that. No, sorry for holding you up. Please be careful on your way out, Ronald. If so help me God, if you're the one who kidnaps me, I'm going to be wicked fucking pissed. Thanks. See you later. One productive shopping trip later. That should be enough. We're going to have a pizza party at the mansion today. I walked down the streets, dyed orange by the setting sun, a bag full of ingredients in both hands. Maybe I got too much. I bought tomatoes, bacon, cheese, broccoli, and many other things. That's a lot of shit to put on a pizza. I hope you're making several. My shopping bag was filled with heavy stuff, and my arms were starting to wobble. I think I'll take a quick break somewhere. Oh, this is going to be our downfall. Is Cheers nearby? I might as well have Leon listen to me grumble before I go home. Let's do this! With a yell, I hefted my bag once more and headed to the pub. Should be right around... Aha! Found the entrance. This entryway led to a shortcut to Cheers through the underground labyrinth. Uh-oh. The labyrinth bewildered me when I first got here, but not so much anymore. The more areas I recognized, the more familiar I became with the city's nooks and crannies. I felt like I had become a real citizen of Cultura. Except Zephora still considers me a guest. A wave of irritation crashed over me anew as I remembered our fight. Get a grip, girl. The pizza dough kindly absorbed... Oh, get a grip, girl! The pizza dough kindly absorbed all my anger. It's time to move on. I don't think it really absorbed all of it. I couldn't be depressed forever, especially when I had made up my mind to reconcile. I shook my head to banish the gloom. Right then I felt a tap on my shoulder. It's that dude, isn't it? Who's there? Hey, do you remember me? Huh? Yep. It's the guy who bumped into us and... That said, I wonder if we might adjust the budget a bit. Agreed, I'll discuss it with... Hey, sorry, I know you're in the middle of work, but there's something I want to ask. Well, what is it you need, Lord Zephora? And do you know where she went off to? I haven't seen her anywhere. I did see her fiercely needing some pizza dough earlier. Pizza dough? Actually, she told me she was going out shopping. I think it was an hour ago. And do you know which store she went to? Probably that one place on the main street to the north. She said she wanted to buy some things for the pizza. Oh, they do have a good selection over there. They sell some nice stuff in the evening. Damn, this is bad. Why does it have to be now of all times? Sorry, but can you pick up where I left off? I'm going to follow her. Hey, do you remember me? Huh? I spun around to find an unknown man standing behind me. Sorry, but it's not ringing a bell. Think you could remind me? Ouch, you forgot me already? I'm hurt. I was the one who put the letter in your pocket when we bumped into each other. A letter? The man who fell in love with you at first sight? I traced my memory when he said that. Hey, you can't just run out like that. It's dangerous. I found this note in my pocket when we came back home from the inspection. I fell in love with you at first sight. Would you like to have tea with me? I absolutely love you too, Zephora. Yes, let's have tea. No, but seriously, maybe you should try. That guy at least leaves me notes. Zephora leaves me love gifts. But, maybe try writing it down if you can't say it to my face, is all I'm saying. When I'm awake. What should I do with this? And just throw it away. It's probably some kind of practical joke. Right, that messy note. Oh, you remembered? Sorry, it came out of the blue, so I thought it was some kind of prank. Oh, so that's how it is. It's all good. You can just give me the answer now. So what's the verdict? Do you want to have some tea with me? Is this what it's like to get hit on? I never expected to encounter this kind of thing in Kultura. Anyway, I have to reject him. No matter who confessed to me, my answer would remain the same. Zephora was my one and only, and no man could take his place. I have plans after this, actually. Now, if you'll excuse me, that's not rejecting him. I would be like, actually, I have plans after this, but the thing is I'm in love with Zephora? You're a labyrinth sentinel? So, he's the only man for me and the only man I want to have tea with. On a more than friendly basis. I offered a simple response and made to leave. Except it didn't go as I expected. Yeah, he's going to kidnap me. The man grabbed my arm, stopping me in my tracks. Did you need something else? It'd be so unfortunate if you up and left when I just got to see you again. How about you change your plans? I feel like he should be more sinister than having this fucking voice. What? No can do. I have dinner with Zephora at the mansion in just a few. He should give up now that I've mentioned Zephora's name. Even if he didn't know me, surely he knew the name of Kultura's leader. Our name dropping. He might not know me, but he should know his leader. His reaction caught me even more off guard. Come on, you can have dinner with the Labyrinth Sentinel another day. He knows, but he doesn't care? Let's go. Come with me. I have so much I want to talk to you about. His hold on me tightened, forcing me to go with him. Please stop it. Just be quiet and follow me. Just be quiet and follow me. I feel like the voice, we're gonna have to change his voice because it's not working for how sinister he is, so. Ouch! He yanked me so hard I thought I heard my bones crack. A whimper escaped my lips. And right as I despaired, hands off her, old man! A familiar voice sounded overhead. That voice. Huh? Huh? Oh, God, no, it's Vilio! I really thought it was going to be Zephora coming to our rescue! But when it said overhead, I was like, that's a little odd. What's he doing on, a balcony or some shit? I'm like, we're 2 steps down, it looks like, in the background, but that doesn't sound like overhead. No, it's Vilio. Okay. The interloper leapt off a nearby rooftop and landed right in front of us. Man, I thought our boyfriend was coming to save us. I mean, I guess you could say the canon boyfriend is coming to save us, but Zephora... Oof. You know, though, that's going to be fun, though. It's going to play a little bit more into his insecurities and whatever, and, maybe it'll get him to crack and admit how much he loves us because somebody else rescued me. He didn't tell me about the maracas perfume, whatever. I went out to get stuff. I almost got kidnapped. Vilio saved me. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself so hard for this. Oh, yeah, there you go. Does that hurt a little, Zephora? Because that's how it feels when you won't tell me you love me, damn it. This route does a number on me anyway. Oh, who the hell are you? The name's Vilio. I'm a dragon. But let's save the introductions for later. Let go of her arm. Vilio barely regarded the man who was shocked by his sudden appearance. Without waiting, he pulled the man's hand off me. Genia told me you'll only be detested if you're too persistent. It's important to retreat. Damn you! The man gave a click of his tongue. I mean, I figured if we were going to get kidnapped and have to deal with the man, we'd have to change his voice. But now, whatever, he's gone now. He then ran down the stairs and into the underground labyrinth. Huh. The heck's his problem? Oh well, whatever. You okay, Spacey? Is it really you, Vilio? Where have you been all this time? When did you arrive? I can see you haven't changed, but are you eating enough? Are you hurt? You literally just jumped off that roof. Wait, calm down, calm down. I'm totally fine. I guess you're just as good as I am. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you again. Throw our arms around him and brace him in a hug. Zephora comes around the corner at that moment and is like... Ah! Dies. Same here. He hadn't changed one bit since the last time I saw him. His smile was as bright as the sun. Don't go flirting with Vilio, okay? Not when we have our bastard freaking salty clown boyfriend. Let's go back to the mansion. Zephora will be thrilled to see you too. I doubt it. The scary moment forgotten, I was ecstatic about seeing my old friend after so long. His gaze flicked behind me and he lit up. Ah, speak of the devil! Hey, Zephora, over here! Huh? Zephora? That can't be. He should be working right about now. I whirled around in surprise, but Zephora really was standing there. He seemed out of breath. Had he rushed here? He was like running, trying to look for us, and then he finds Vilio saved the day. Oh, I love it! Oh, he is not going to say anything either. That he was worried, that like, what, oh. Oh. Zephora, did you run all the way here just to see me? Dream on, I'm only here because I was worried about something. He can't say me, he says something. Rude. Zephora took a moment to catch his breath, then looked at me. I'm just glad you're alright. That was all he said before he turned to Vilio again. Huh? Now tell me, why are you here? Oh, about that. Hey, rather than standing around in the alley, how about we head to Cheers and chat there? Oh wow, we're already in chapter 3. Holy shit. I mean, each chapter takes about an hour, but we were only like 5 or 10 minutes in the other one, so like these are short chapters, or I'm not interjecting as much. I don't know, but like I feel like we're still probably going to get our 4 parts for Zephora's route, because we're not going to finish it in the next part. Like, I doubt, but then the 4th part will probably be shorter. Whatever. Anyway. Welcome! Leon called out a chipper greeting when we stepped into Cheers. I forgot the voice we gave you for a hot second. Your voice is all over the place and it's random. Poor Leon. You didn't get a dedicated voice. It's okay, sweetie. The pub was packed, probably because it was peak dinner hours. Hey, Leon! It's been a while! Yo, Vilio. You're on Cultura now, huh? Where was it we saw each other last? Kalita, maybe? Yeah, I think it was a month ago. Anyway, I have some business in Cultura, so here I am. Ah, I see. Well, make yourself comfortable. So, who did you bring along? Do you have room for 3? Hello. Wow, look who's here. Spacey's a regular, but it's rare to see you here at Cheers, Zephora. Yeah, Leon's not Leoning right now. I don't know what's happening, but whatever, you gotta deal with it. I'm only here because a certain someone dragged me over with his ridiculous strength. What's the point of chatting in the street when Cheers is right around the corner? I see how it is. Well, thanks for coming. You came just in time. There are 3 empty seats in the back. Over here. Leon guided us to the back, and we took our seats. I was grateful that he put us in the corner, since the other guests might make a commotion if they spotted Sephora. All right, Leon, would you mind holding onto my bag? You can't just put it on the floor next to you? Absolutely. My philosophy in life is to never, ever turn down a lovely lady's request. Thank you. It's heavy, though. Well, you sure bought a lot. What are all these? Pizza toppings. Billy peered into my shopping bag with a twinkle in his eye. Cheese, veggies, mushrooms, meat! You can make any kind of pizza with these. I accidentally went a little overboard. Hey, I know. Do you want to come to the mansion and have some with us? I know we're having dinner at Cheers today, but I already made the dough. I'll probably bake it tomorrow. For real? Heck yeah! Load one up with meat for me, please. You got it. And Sephora's like... It's not peace and quiet, it's like... Well, hold on. There goes my peace and quiet. He's like, and my makeup pizza! Gotta share it with Vilio? You know, internally, that's what he's thinking. He's like, that's my makeup pizza! Oh, we're share with Vilio? He's crying a little. Sad tears of the clown inside. Consider it a token of my thanks for helping me out today. I appreciate it, really. No biggie. I just happened to be nearby, but I'm glad I got to you right away. Oh, Sephora's gonna... Oh, he's gonna get steamed now. You look super uncomfortable, Spacey. Makes me wonder who the heck that guy was. He just left without saying a word. Huh? What guy? Who's this guy you're talking about? Tell me what happened. All of it. Sephora peered at me, demanding an answer. Yeah, he's like, how dare you have some other guy talk to you? Are you... You know he's just demanding an answer because he's like, in his mind is like screaming internally because like, and freaking out because someone had their hands on me and he's like, he couldn't protect me and whatever. But the look on his face of, who? Don't you dare look at me like you think I'm cheating or whatever. You're the one who wasn't going to rescue me or be honest. Just because you can't open your mouth and communicate your feelings with me. Damn it, Sephora. All right, so... I gave him an overview of the story. The crease between Sephora's brows grew deeper and deeper the more I spoke. Yikes, what a disaster. Rare to see a skirt chaser lurking around Cultura, though. I know, right? You're the only one I know. Hey, are you still hitting on her? You've got it all wrong! I never do that anymore, I quit! I don't dare risk my business here by getting on your bad side. I swear, you gotta believe me! Everyone in the city knows how important Spacey is to the Labyrinth Sentinel. I figure anyone who tries picking her up came from elsewhere. Or maybe they're just that fearless. I don't have that kind of courage. Leon crossed his arms in an X in front of his chest, denying the accusation. That's the thing. He didn't back down even after I mentioned your name, Sephora. It's like Sephora's a fucking mobster. Like, do you know whose girlfriend I am? Do you know the head of what mafia you're trying to touch? I'm his property. And then he's like, don't care. Like, just so fucking, there's like a mafia level to this that I didn't really, I mean, Balto kind of made it that way, but you figure now it's like, okay, I'm just the mayor and everyone, but like, there is a sinisterness to this being like, do you know whose property you're touching, sir? Like, what now? You know what I mean? Like, if you saw an attractive person and you were hitting on them and they were, like, the mayor's wife or something, or, like, I mean, the mayor of your city is young and has a hot girlfriend, you might try to hit on her, but she says no, you're like, okay, but, like, you're not gonna be like, do you know, I'm dating the mayor, oh my god, run away. That's, like, mafia level shit, okay? That's like, oh god, don't touch the mafia man. Like, don't touch his property. Like, so fucking weird. She's like, I tossed your name out. I figured that would get him away from me, but, like, it didn't. And, like, I don't understand. Maybe he's not from this city. That's why he doesn't know Sephora? I doubt that. He went straight into the underground labyrinth to escape. Anyone from outside Cultura would be unfamiliar with the labyrinth, so they usually hesitated to enter it. With the way that guy ran, it was like he'd planned out his escape route. So he's a Kultura citizen who still loves you even though he knows who Zephora is? Well, guess that just means everyone knows your irresistible charm, Spacey. Even the unshakable Zephora is jealous now. I'm not. Yes, you are. You're like, you should be. He's not jealous at all. Yes, he is. Internally, oh my god. He is so fucking green. While I wasn't expecting him to get riled up about the stranger, I couldn't help but feel disappointed when he flat out denied it. He's just dying inside, like he just won't admit it. He doesn't know how to open his mouth and communicate. I regained my composure before speaking again. That man didn't seem like he genuinely liked me. He didn't loosen his hold even when I told him my hand hurt. If he actually cared for me, he would have paused and relaxed his grip. I think he had some ulterior motive. We should investigate. Stay out of it. Sephora's sharp voice cut me right off. That guy has something to do with the Maracas perfume. And he just wants me to stay out of it to protect me for reasons like this. But again, you'd think this would make you open the fuck up. Again? What is it this time? We'd only just had our fight over the Maracas perfume. Now he'd gone and told me to butt out again in the exact same tone. There was no way I'd take this lying down. And you got lucky because Vilio came to your rescue. But what if he hadn't been there? What would have happened then? You always take off without thinking, running straight into danger all by yourself. Except I didn't do that. That guy was the one who assaulted me. I blew him off right at the start. If Vilio hadn't come, I would have thrown my bag at him and run away. Folks, don't start a fight here. Hey, Leon, can I order now? I want the steamed chicken and cabbage plus the rosemary breadsticks. What? Oh, right, your order. Sure, I'll whip that right up for you. Be back shortly. Once again, this definitely involves me. I'm literally the victim here. If you know something, just tell me what's going on at the very least. You can't avoid it any longer. And things got complicated because you decided to go out. If you'd stayed at the mansion like I said, things wouldn't have turned out this way. Oh, wow! So I can't leave the mansion at all until everything is solved? What, you demoted me from your guest to a baby who needs a sitter? No, I'm just... Leon, can I get the Kultura herb grilled special too? Dude, I'm amazed you can still order food while they're fighting right next to you. Anyway, here's your steamed chicken and breadsticks. What the hell, are you magic? I mean, yes, but... Yeah, looks yummy. I mean, I'm worried about their fight, but my stomach comes first. I love Vilio so much. They're probably just bickering because they're hangry. Paying no mind to the tension at our table, Vilio casually slid some chicken onto our small plates. Here you go. Spacey, Zephora, stop fighting for a sec and eat up. A full belly is bound to give you some great ideas. Yeah, sorry. Raising our voices in such a crowded place was just shameful. Reflecting on my actions, I stopped arguing. Urged by the dragon boy, I brought a forkful of chicken to my mouth. Thanks, Vilio. Wow, it's so good. It's delicious. The aromatic herbs, combined with the subtle savoriness of rock salt, perfectly accompanied the fresh chicken. Is the rock salt from our boyfriend because he is a giant fucking salt rock? Like, seriously? Good lord, boy. Glad to hear it. But with the way you two are now, I suppose I won't be hearing wedding bells anytime soon. Or we won't be hearing wedding bells anytime soon. What is he saying? And here I was looking forward to it. Oh, right. I actually came here to talk about that. But anytime soon, that means you two aren't married yet, right? You haven't held your ceremony or anything? No, we haven't. I'd be like, we haven't even, you haven't held your ceremony or anything? You have to get engaged first, and he barely fucking dates me. The conversation had taken a weird turn, which had me on edge. I'd be like, can we not talk about this? Zephora, meanwhile, maintained his poker face as he ate the meat. It's just, people in a village I stopped by recently said human couples usually move in together after they get married. And since you're living together and all, it made me wonder when the heck you and Sephora got married. I was like, but how come I didn't get to attend the ceremony? Did I miss their letter or something? I gotta find out from them. So I flew here in a hurry. That really sounds like you. You know what surprises me most, though? Forget a wedding or a ceremony. He hasn't even proposed to her yet. I love these two so much. Thank you. I mean, Ginny would have said this to his face as well. But the fact that these two idiots are just, like, not doing it, they're just like, you know what's weird? And they're just talking amongst themselves right in front of him. Ginny would have berated Sephora the whole fucking way, but these two idiots are just, like, talking about it casual, and it's just, but they're so wingmanning us, and it's so adorable, and I love it. Sephora's like, oh, can't even tell her I love her to her face. He is going to break at some point. Everyone's going to talk, and he's going to be like, I can't even tell her I love her to her face when she's awake. How am I going to propose? And they're like, wait, what now? It's going to flip out. I buy her flowers and little pancakes, and I do all these little acts of love because I adore her so fucking much, but I can't even look her in the eyes and tell her I love her. I have to wait till she's asleep to do it. Jesus, give me a break. I'm trying here. And then we're going to be like, oh. Of course I want to marry her, damn it. Things were super awkward now. This was not a topic that should have come up while we were still butting heads. That said, I knew all too well that there would be no stopping Leon and Vilio. Why haven't you proposed to her yet, Sephora? I have my reasons. I'm extremely busy with work. The Labyrinth Sentinel work's never done, right? Doesn't that mean you two are never going to get married at all? You're a shrewd guy. I'm sure you can just adjust your work schedule however much you want to make time for it. Wait. Don't tell me you actually don't want to get married. I never said that. So how come you haven't proposed yet? Vilio just won't let it go. He's so cute. Ow, bird. Poor Spacey. Her man's dedication is so half-hearted. If you don't hurry, I'll propose to her instead, you know. See? Now you're glaring at me. You shouldn't keep her waiting then. This is none of your business. Stay out of it. I knew he'd say that, but I like how he gets all mad and he's like, how dare you? And Leon's like, see, you want to marry her. You should just do it. Leon is an idiot, but is also kind of a smart idiot. You know what I mean? Like, he knew what he was doing. He's a dumbass, but he's not totally stupid. Vilio, on the other hand, is just a dumbass, but in the, like, adorable sense. You know what I mean? He's an innocent dumbass. I was about to let out another sigh when I saw the smile tugging at Leon's lips. Didn't you just say the same thing to Spacey earlier? Stay out of it. I mean, you're not wrong. Your marriage has nothing to do with me. But anyone would be hurt if they got rejected time and time again, don't you think? Now that you mention it, I remember Spacey saying again when you told her to back off. Is this not the first time you did that? I took a steadying breath, trying not to spark another argument. Sephora's hiding something from me. He refuses to tell me what it is. I kept my reply vague because I wasn't sure how much I could tell the others about the maracas perfume. What? He's hiding something from you? Are you cheating on her, Sephora? Okay, well, Leon, okay. Whoa, Leon, whoa. You can accuse him of almost anything else but that. And the reason why is because no one else would put up with his salty fucking demeanor aside from me. We're barely tolerating it because we're just obsessively in love with the man. And that is the only reason we're tolerating his attitude. Do you think anyone else with brain cells or self-respect would stand for this? I mean, I have brain cells and self-respect, and I am barely struggling. I'm, like, struggling here, but it's like, I just adore this salty clown bitch so fucking much. And then he put glasses on, Leon. But so, like, I'm just saying, Leon, there's no way. No one else would tolerate his shit. After 5 minutes, they'd have been like, I'm out. I have the patience and the tolerance of a motherfucking saint, is all I'm saying. So, no, he's not cheating on me. I definitely don't believe that. That would be her saying that to him, is what I'm like. Spacey, how about you date me instead? I'm not cheating on her. I already made a vow in the name of the great spirit of wind. Don't you dare try to seduce her again. Don't approach her and don't look at her. That last one's just impossible, my guy. Anyway, if you're not cheating on her, then what are you hiding? With a hefty sigh, the silver-haired man answered, he must have not wanted to be labeled a cheater. I'm investigating the you-know-what perfume. I simply can't tell her the details. The one that Balto made? Yeah. Oh, I see how it is. Well, this is 100% your fault for not saying anything. Why's that? He seemed annoyed. Perhaps he was irritated to receive the blame when he hadn't even explained the situation. She's basically the Labyrinth Sentinel's secretary now, right? Isn't it weird that you refuse to share any information with your secretary when Kultura's peace is at risk? I'm actually the Labyrinth Sentinel's secretary, but I'm also almost his wife. So, maybe you should have gone with that one. Poke the bear a little more? Come on, Leon. I thought we were on the same side here. Exactly. Your secretary has to understand the situation as well as you do. So does your wife. Why will you not back me up? You both were wingmanning me so hard and now we just dropped that? Now you're only half-ass wingmanning me? Whatever. They were right. I was the closest to Zephora. For multiple reasons. I had a complete overview of every single aspect of his job. Given my position, it was normal for me to get the gist of his work, but that's not why he's hiding it from you. So why is Zephora so persistent about leaving me out of the perfume case? Put simply, you don't have a logical reason for being tight-lipped about the perfume. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does! But he's not gonna fucking say it. Something personal, then. Something personal? Didn't we all learn that we can solve any problem if we work together instead of doing it alone? It's called the power of friendship, works in every anime and cartoon. Have you never watched My Little Pony? Jesus. I ad-libbed some of that, but, point stands. I feel like you're back to your old self when I see you so quiet about this. Zephora was determined to keep his silence. I can't believe he still refuses to open up, even after Leon and Vilio's lecture. He really just didn't want to talk about it. I appreciate your concern, guys. Can we drop this for now, though? I doubt we'll wring anything out of him, and our food will get cold. Oh, you're right. It's already cooling down. At least now I know Zephora is still just as stubborn. Time to enjoy the food. Every single dish we ordered at Cheers was delicious. But our earlier conversation lingered in the air. The awkwardness stuck to us all throughout dinner. The thing is, it's because he's trying to protect us, but he just can't say it. It would all be resolved if he would just say it. But this is one of those times, I get it sometimes in games when they're it's like, oh my god, just learn to communicate! And it gets frustrating. I understand why they don't do it, because it creates drama. But it's still frustrating. This is one of those times where, he is not communicating. And it's frustrating. But it works. I'm not mad about it. I'm frustrated, oh my god, Zephora, just communicate! Just because I just want to shake him and make him communicate. But it's not because, oh my god, we're just using this excuse, the air quotes around excuse, to create drama is, lack of communication, where normal couples, normal people be like, let me tell you about this, and then, you know what I mean? You could create drama in other ways. So, the lack of communication is just kind of a cheap way to stir up drama. But it's a trope. We see it all the time, right? But in this instance, it's kind of done well because it's just Zephora's character. It's not Villy was like, did I forget to tell you or whatever, where we caused her, you know what I mean? Where it's out of character for some characters to not communicate with you. They're always open and honest, but now they just don't want to communicate with you and it causes all sorts of drama and whatever. Zephora is unable to fucking communicate his feelings. We've seen that. Though we waited a whole fucking year for him to come and drag us back to Kultura with him, and he couldn't even write to us. Because he doesn't know how to communicate his feelings. And he shows his love and affection in all these tiny, subtle little ways. And when you're like, those flowers in my room are really pretty, and then he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He won't be like, you're welcome. He doesn't want you to, because he wants to give you all these secret love and affection things without you acknowledging them in a way. He knows you know, but he doesn't want you to bring it up to him because then he can't fucking deal with it. Because he doesn't know how to open up and have that, you know what I mean? Like, he's got to do backdoor love confessions. You know what I mean? Like, secret, like, dealings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they got to be shady in the secret in the back alleys. Like he can't just come out and openly say it. That's why he only says nice things to you when you're sleeping, you know? So, of course, this would all be easily rectified if he was like, because I don't want you to get hurt, because if anything happened to you, I would die. You're the most important thing in my world. Of course, I want to marry you. I want to spend every waking second with you. I love you so fucking much. But he can't say those words because he can't even communicate that he loves us. We know he does. We know he feels that way, but he can't communicate it to us. So of course he can't say, I'm just trying to protect you. I don't want you to get hurt. Everybody knows you're important to me. Because that would be, even though that is not him saying, you know, you are the most important thing in the world to me and I don't want you to get hurt. It's, I don't want you to get hurt. Everyone knows you're important to me. It's a roundabout way of saying it. It's still too much for him to say. You know what I mean? It would be so fucking difficult for him to just say that and come out and say it. He just wants to, don't bring it up. Don't just, you know what I mean? So, like, his lack of communication in this is only frustrating because you're like, God damn it, Zephora. You know exactly how you feel and you know you're causing this and making it worse because you know your inability to just say, I'm just concerned and I want to protect you is making it worse. Like, but it's part of his character, so it fits and it works well in this situation. So, like, I'm not mad they chose to do the lack of communication here. It works perfectly. But it's just frustrating because you're like, damn it, boy, just tell us you love us. But it's frustrating for all the right reasons. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, you're giving me the angst. Anyway. Some way or another, we made it through the meal. Once we finished eating, the other patrons started coming up to chat with Zephora. Unable to refuse the booze they plied him with, he just kept on drinking. Maybe he'll get drunk and tell us everything. That would be amazing. They were probably just happy to see their sentinel visiting a pub. It was a rare occasion. I wonder if he's okay, though. Oh, he doesn't drink well, does he? Doesn't he get pretty drunk? Was he the one that got really boozy? I mean, we know Rady gets boozy, but Rady probably has a high tolerance and then still gets boozy. But, like, did we ever see in the first game anybody getting drunk and being, like, not being able to hold their liquor? Because now I can't remember. Don't you think he's drinking too much? Yeah. Oh no, I need him to get so fucking liquored up. I need him to be like fucking sloppy drunk where he just confesses everything in his drunken state. Because like, that's what alcohol does, man. It gets rid of your inhibitions and whatever inhibition he has that is stopping him from telling us, oh my God, this is awesome. This is going to be so good. We're not going to see that till the next part probably though. I watched from the side, growing more and more worried about him. He should probably stop now. Hey, Mr. Sentinel, got a minute? Picking up on my concern, Leon called out to Zephora. Huh? Sure. The Sentinel excused himself, stood, and walked toward the counter. His steps were slow and unsteady. It didn't really show on his face, but Zephora seemed to be quite drunk. Oh, I can't wait. Drink this juice. It's a new concoction from Kalita that helps you sober up. It's subtle, but it's super effective. No, 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 no. Vilio, throw him on your back. Let's drag him back to the mansion. Being drunk is the perfect time. Thanks. Zephora took the glass from the long-haired man and gulped it down in one go. Oh, man. Whoops. What? I forgot to tell you, but this drink actually has a side effect. What kind of side effect? After you drink it, you'll become a little bit more honest than usual. The joy inside me is so great. I was so mad at Leon. I'm like, no, seriously, what? And then he's like, I gave you something. You'll be sober, but it's like a truth serum, so it's even worse than if you were drunk. I love it so much. We're gonna get all the juicy details now. What the? Are you saying I just drank truth serum? Nope, you've got it all wrong. We don't sell dangerous stuff like that. It's like getting drunk. You're just gonna feel a little better and your tongue will get a little looser. But it's definitely good for your body, unlike alcohol. Hey, you slipped me this on purpose, didn't you? I mean, now's our chance to squeeze some honesty out of you, right? Mind your own Sephora reached out to grab Leon, but he lost his balance. Are you okay? I shot to my feet and leant on my shoulder for support. Goodness me, feeling tired, Mr. Sentinel? Go ahead and rest in the back. Leon spoke loudly enough for the other guests to hear. He has a point. How about we take you there for a bit? Besides, since you drank that juice earlier, it's best not to talk to other people right now. Sober up juice. A juice made in Kalita that can help one sober up, though it comes with a side effect. People tend to become more honest after drinking this beverage. Despite its bad taste, this juice is surprisingly popular since it's good for one's health. Maybe not if you're that honest. Got it. He reluctantly nodded, so I helped him move to the back area of the pub. Hey, old man, aren't you bored drinking all alone? Let me join you. Ilio took note and whizzed over to talk with the citizens in Zephora's stead. Thanks to that, Zephora was able to take a breather without worrying about them. Here, drink some water. Oh, thanks. He nodded and obediently took a sip. His cheeks were tinged pink and he looked more relaxed than usual. Zephora never got drunk. He always reached a hard stopping point. He's kind of adorable when he's tipsy. I wanted to sigh when I compared this Zephora to the one digging in his heels a few hours ago. What is it? Huh? Nothing. And this is your perfect chance to make me talk about whatever you want. Like what? Like the perfume or my promise before I invited you to Cultura or your reward? Huh. Do you really think I'm the kind of person who'd take advantage of you like that? I want to be! Nope. Exactly. A perfect score for you. I know I keep going on about how you never say enough or tell me what I want to hear. But that doesn't mean I'll be satisfied by the words alone. I want your sincerity. I want you to mean the words you say. So no, I don't want to hear it when you're under the influence. Oh. Right. That's how you are. He murmured to himself, absorbing my answer, then closed his eyes. I believe in you. I know. And that's why I'm afraid. What was he afraid of? The question was on the tip of my tongue, yet this wasn't the time to ask. Instead, I shelved it in the back of my mind. Maybe we'll get to ask this. Come on, girl! I would absolutely be asking, although he says that, and you're like, well, now that you say it, I'm not going to ask. But, like, if you want to tell me, now that you've on the truth serum, you can. But, I mean, I guess she's a better person than me, because to her point, she's like, I want you to mean the words that you say, and, like, under the influence. But there's still his honest feelings. But I guess I could... it would have been so much more fun. Now that just makes me feel bad about wanting to have fun with him. Damn it, girl, you gotta get all fucking moral high horse on me. Because, like, if you want, like, she heard him say, I love you when she was asleep, so she knows he says it to her all the time. But she wants him to look her in the eyes and say it. But if he said it right now while he was under the influence, it would, even though you know it's his real feelings, it's like, yeah, but he had to drink in order to be able to say it. You want him to take down those walls himself and not use, well, the sober up juice. You know what I mean? So, I guess I get it. It's not as much fun, though. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.